If you watched LEGO Island Summer 2024 as the episodes released, you may have noticed that each month the sky would change. The event started off at daytime in June, then changed to evening in July, and we ended off the event at night in August. But what gave me the idea to implement the daylight cycle into LEGO Island Summer 2024? In this Saturday Stories, I'll be explaining exactly that. And perfect timing for me to be doing this, as it is ironically the last day of the entire event itself. The thought of me doing a daylight cycle for LEGO Island Summer 2024 could be traced all the way back to June 2nd of 2024, the day after Summer Announcements 2024. This can explain why it was never mentioned in that video, as it was thought of the day after. Let me clear things up. In past LEGO Island Summer events, you may have noticed that basically for the majority of each LEGO Island Summer episode from 2018 all the way to 2023, we're always at daytime in-game. We don't mean real life. We mean in-game here in Minecraft. Now, while that made sense for the events, it could get boring after a long while, which is why in 2024, I thought of the idea of also taking advantage of the theme that we had here as well, being a tropical paradise theme, respectively, with bamboo and Ozzy leaves, to also take advantage of a more tropical theme. For example, if you had managed to notice the theme, having it in the evening would actually work for a theme like this. And of course, what if you were on a beach in the evening with the beautiful sun glow? That would look really pretty. But that can explain why it was evening for half the time. Another thing is to make the episodes a little more interesting, as the episodes, throughout time, you would see the sky change. So instead of having it daytime all the time, you would see the sky change throughout the summer, making the scenery a lot more interesting and pretty to look at as you were watching the episode. You would see the beautiful day, evening, and night skies in the background as you progressed throughout the series. In the beginning, it of course would have been daytime, where in the middle, it would have been evening. And then finally at the end, it would transition to night, which is exactly what happened. And that's exactly what my goal here was for LEGO Island Summer 2024. Making the scenery change every once in a while, to prevent it from getting too stale and boring. Now, as for the daylight cycle banner, the reasons these exist is obviously to coincide with the daylight cycle. However, the interesting concept was, of course, the fact that they would only be located in rooms that were specifically had items showcased during that specific month via that time of day. For example, as you know, June was all at daytime, so all of the banners dedicated to daytime during that month were specifically showcased in the rooms that, of course, were in June. Whereas if we go to the resort, for example, this takes place during the evening. So that can explain why the evening banners were here, to obviously reference the fact that these items were showcased while the island was in the evening setting. And lastly, the night banners, which first off, I want to apologize. I forgot to place them down in the finale, so here they are now. I'll show you them. But yeah, of course, once we got to August, it was the last month of the event. So the only other option beyond evening was nighttime. So that's exactly why these are here. And obviously we're located in rooms that were centered at nighttime, respectively, in the event throughout the month of August, to also conclude the event as well. It was honestly an extremely interesting and fun thing to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Honestly, this made a really fun change, as obviously it wouldn't be daytime for the entirety of the event, much like 2021 and 2023 respectively, and most of 2018, 2019, and 2020. So that can explain why this all happened. And honestly, making banners based off of these were actually really fun to do, and also made some really cool items. As you can actually see, I'm actually holding the last few items of the event actually right now, such as the Nighttime Summer banner, the Daylight Cycle banner, and the Summer 2024 banner, despite already holding that in my left hand. Also, one other thing, I forgot to tell you that I actually didn't include the tropical shirt, mainly because I forgot to take it off in the finale, so it's out of here, even though I clearly forgot to put the R right before the O in tropical. I just noticed that right now. Overall, though, the daylight cycle was an extremely fun thing to do, and comment down below if you'd like to see it return in the next LEGO Island Summer, because I would be interested in doing this again. It was a nice way to finally change things up, instead of having it daytime all the time, because again, that could get boring after a long period of time. Why do you think we have it nighttime for Christmas? It makes it more interesting so it isn't always at daytime. See, I wanted to try something like that here, but change it as time goes on, making it not as boring. And the Days Light Cycle banners also made things really cool, as it showcased which areas were at the certain time of days as well. With all that being said though, I am gonna wrap it up here, because that's all I need to say. I just pray that this hopefully made some sense, and hope you guys understand now why this was implemented into the event to begin with. I will see you all in the next Saturday Stories on Saturday, September 7th, and with all that being said, see you next time!